And greetings, my friend. Matt Schifferly back again with another video to help you be fit and live free. And today's taking a unique perspective on the realities of calorie balance and what it means for your ability to actually build muscle. Today's post was inspired by a message coming into the RDP mailbag asking me basically, Matt, can I build, or how much muscle and strength can I reasonably build in calorie maintenance or calorie balance? I can already hear the keyboard warriors out there saying, no, that's impossible. Everyone knows you need to be in a caloric surplus to build muscle, which is sort of, kind of, a little bit correlatively true, but not necessarily. And it's because it's based on this kind of flawed perception on how calorie balance actually works. So usually when we talk about calorie balance, the conventional model is you got your caloric intake, let's say roundabout number of 2,000 calories, and you've got your caloric expenditure or utilization, and if that's also 2,000 calories, now you're in balance, you're in maintenance, and therefore impossible to lose or gain any sort of weight no matter what. And in order to change your weight, you either need a deficit, which is a drop in your intake, an increase in your expenditure, or a combination of the two. Now you can lose weight. And if you want to build muscle, you have to have the opposite, increase your intake or somehow maybe even decrease your expenditure, which is why a lot of times people are like, if you want to build muscle, don't do cardio and stuff. But nonetheless, getting to this state, and that certainly would be true if that's how calorie balance actually worked. Because remember that everything in fitness happens because our bodies have adaptability. Our bodies are always adapting to our environmental stimuli. That's why fitness itself exists. It's why you can build muscle and strength and improve your proficiency and lose weight and all the other sorts of things is our adaptability. And we're always adapting to everything in our environment. We're adapting to the weather, we're adapting to our physical movement and our functional demands, and yes, we're even adapting to diet. And we mustn't forget that the whole point of all of this adaptation, of all forms, is for the sake of regaining homeostatic balance. Because when we're in homeostasis, we get to do fun things like survive and not die. Because that's really what our body is really concerned with, is basically surviving long enough to spread our genes throughout the environment. And therefore, homeostasis is always the goal of all diet and exercise habits that we ever embark on. Which is why whenever we cause a shift in our caloric balance, that shift or that surplus or deficit will always be very temporary. And the more we practice these imbalances, the faster we adapt to it, which is why like people who chronically diet or people who are using diet for things like figure competition will notice that they don't lose weight nearly as long the more they diet, because the body's getting better at adapting. As far as your body's concerned, diet isn't supposed to make you lose weight. It's supposed to help you adapt to the point where you're not losing weight so you can, again, not die. So if we're in this caloric balance, we got 2,000 coming in, 2,000 going out, well, you certainly can and will be building muscle if that building muscle is part of that 2,000 of expenditure, because that is part of what that 2,000 is. You're always building muscle. You always have protein synthesis going on to some degree. Is it part of that 2,000? Now, if you want more than where you're at from where you are now, then perpetually you may want to increase your intake, absolutely. But remember that increase in your caloric intake may come with an increase in your expenditure by your body saying, great, now we can level up all kinds of things. We'll have an increased ability to recover from our workouts. We'll have an increased ability to have our immune system function better. And yes, maybe if you have the signal or the stimulus created through your workouts, you can in fact build some muscle. But that again is only if you weren't eating enough to begin with, which is why a lot of times when people are saying, well, if I want to build muscle, don't I need to eat more? And that's why I usually say, well, first and foremost, don't try to eat more, stop trying to eat less. Because most of the dietary rhetoric on what a quote healthy diet is not about actually being healthy. It's just about getting you to somehow eat less. You know, things like the intermittent fastings and the keto, carnivore, vegan, leg, blah, 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 blah. They're always just creating up new ways to slow down your caloric intake, which brings that intake down, which makes it harder for you to increase your expenditure and build up that muscle if you're trying to. So in that case, I'm always saying, well, just stop trying to eat less. If you're hungry, eat. Don't have any restrictions in your diet. You don't need them unless you have a medical reason or a personal desire to do so. Get rid of all the restrictions and eat normal, regular, wholesome meals. So that way you're not limiting yourself, but you're not necessarily eating more on purpose. And then if you're like, well, what happens if I eat more? Well, you can give it a try, but do remember that this only goes up so high according to the stimulus you're creating in your workouts and your ability to just operate your body at a higher level. At some point, you can keep eating and your body's gonna be like, dude, I just don't have a use for it. And that, my friend, is where a true caloric surplus is, because you've got all these extra calories you have no use for anything, including building muscle. And that doesn't make you bigger. Well, it does, it just makes you fatter. And lastly, it's not to mention, of course, that your ability to build muscle depends on many variables outside of diet. It depends on mostly what you're doing in your workouts. Your diet is just trying not to hold you back, but you're not gonna build muscle because of your diet. You build muscle because of the stimulus you create in the gym. And even then, a lot of your potential to build muscle has even nothing to do with diet and exercise at all. Things like age, training history, genetics, build, and so on. So yes, diet is important, but only to that point where you're no longer holding yourself back. And once you reach that point, you're not gonna make anything more happen just by force feeding yourself. So do what's best for you. Yes, you can certainly build with your current level of intake as long as you're not holding yourself back, and eat more if you feel it's best for you. Just don't constantly feel like you gotta force feed yourself in the endless pursuit of muscle, because it usually only comes down to diet to a certain degree. Thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of thing, hit the buttons, things down below and stuff. Much appreciated. Best of luck in your workouts this week. Be fit and live free.